Welcome to
welcome to Goldwynn Dinner Club. I'm Grif.
I'm Parker. Hey, before we start our wonderful Friday, it's here. We have a lot
At
of
the
new.
bar, baby.
We've got a big
Sit
influx.
back, relax, pour yourself a nice, delicious glass of something that you like to drink.
Whatever it is, could be tap water. We don't care. But the fact is, we got a lot more patrons here at the bar this week because we started a TikTok. Surprise! We have a TikTok.
Woo.
Just look up Goldwynn Dinner Club. We're gonna post some short form content there. It'll also be here. But because we started that, wow, people go to TikTok and they watch stuff, and then they will also come here and subscribe. So thank you, new subscribers. Welcome to Goldwynn Dinner Club. I imagine some of you are like, what is this?
Yeah.
It's me, Parker, and Grif.
Grif.
And, we're animation people, and we're voice actors.
Animated.
And we're animated as well. And look, this channel is us doing Let's Plays of games. We do animation and short form stuff.
We're a restaurant. I mean, we're a restaurant first.
Yes, but we also do reaction videos.
And we serve food. And you can order chicken fingers or chicken nuggets.
And we also sometimes...
We have both.
We also sometimes interview people.
Which is to say we will read them the specials menu.
Yes.
And by people, we just mean people who enter the restaurant. I don't know what you're talking about.
The fact of the matter is, we're here to serve you delicious content, a.k.a. food.
Yes. That's way more on brand.
Which,
Thank you.
One more sort of announcement before we get into reading your comments, which is something we do once a week called At the Bar. Again, for those of you new, once a week at the Bar, we read your comments, we tell you what's coming up, we talk about the week that was, we wish people a happy birthday, we had all sorts of interactive, engaging stuff because we love our patrons, we love our diners. Slight bit of business. Sorry to tell you that we're 86ing Resident Evil off the menu.
86ing means we're gonna get rid of it. The old 86
it's gone.
Style.
That's what they say when they cut something off the menu. Sorry, it's been 86th. Maybe in the future there will be some way to have super secret hidden off menu a la carte items, we'll call it. But
we already have one with Monster Hunter. We have a 40-minute episode of Monster Hunter.
That's true. So one day
that no one has ever seen because I got so angry during it.
But it is something to behold if you're a big fan. And I will say that one day we may offer that as its own kind of content if we start offering services. But for now, sorry, we'll wrap up.
For the low price of $2,000 a day, you can watch that episode.
I think
once.
if I had to think about it, I think people are just not ready to watch full-blown horror at 9 a.m. And I think that's my moral failing as a human being because I'm ready. I wake up and I'm ready to see nightmares all day, every day.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, it's gross, and it's like when I watch YouTube, I'm usually like having a little snack or something. So we're gonna let the last episode play out, which is a boss fight.
Yes.
And then
we kind of wrap that chapter up, and we may revisit it someday in some other premium hidden menu format, but we're not leaving you high and dry. We'll be replacing Deltarune. What did I say? I meant Resident Evil with... I spoiled it already.
With Undertale.
Deltarune, not... Although I guess
Deltarune.
We should probably try Undertale at some point, but we wanted to do what was current, something that a lot of you have requested, so we've started...
And it's free.
That was important, but a lot of people requested Deltarune specifically, so a little bit of our apology to you. Check it out. Launched earlier today. You've probably already seen it, but if you haven't, look at it. So now, let's jump in. Let's read some of these comments.
This game is super scary!
Yeah, see, that is exactly my point. We're sorry. You know what? I saw so many comments that are like, wow, gross. And we just watch the views take a big dip, and it's like, yeah, we get it. Sorry. It makes total sense. All right, Heyo, Mr. Parker and Mr. Grif. Mr. Parker, Mr.
Hello.
Grif. Hanging out
Heyo.
at the dinner club has been the best thing I joined all week. The Let's Plays and At the Bar videos is one of the highest quality videos I've seen in a while. I have an older sister. She got a birthday coming up. She loves King Snugglemane. Could Mr. Parker wish her a happy birthday in Snugglemaine's voice? Keep up the good work.
Yes, happy birthday to you, Jake's sister. We hope that all is well with the royal weir. And of course, the first slice must be reserved. I reserve all prima cactus rights. First slice to us.
There you go.
And let's do the song. I'm gonna do this pinky.
Okay.
Happy birthday to sister of Jake. We hope you have a good time. We hope you have some cake.
Hey!
Hey.
Happy birthday.
The series will end with Grif still not knowing how to pronounce Lady Dimitrescu. It's not my fault that it's spelled totally different than how it's pronounced.
And there's a lot
Those
of...
are two completely different words.
She says Dimitrescu. Duke says Dimitrescu. Actual Romanians say it's Dimitrescu. Look, it's fine.
Dimitrescu is how it's spelled. I'll go with that.
Yeah, but I think some people were saying the thing is it may be because of the Japanese developers that when you have kind of a vowel at the end of certain words with that hard consonant, you don't always really say it. Anyway, it's wild stuff. I really hope you guys get big. These videos are amazing. Hey, we hope you get big.
How do we do that?
Yeah, look,
any advice?
We've talked about it 1,000 times, and no need to lament because the bottom line is like those of you who are here, we love you, and you always have great comments, and it seems like you like watching this stuff. That's why we do it, and but we have said, I have said personally 1,000 times, boy, we picked a hell of a time to join YouTube. Like after years of them dialing in the algorithm to purposefully like bury people for not staying on whatever topic of the day.
It's not just that, but it's also ads.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to watch one of those videos where game developers react to a speed run, and they showed me an ad every 30 seconds. Yeah. Literally 30 seconds.
That's wild.
For a 7-minute video, and I'm like, relax.
Which explains why, like, you know, we put some nice animation, and we hope you've seen it. I do want to bring it up again. These sort of shorts that Grif has animated all this week with Jeff Goldblum and Serena McKellen and Nick Offerman as part of the Mario movie cast. They're amazing. Grif took the time to animate those, and you know, just as a treat, and to see them do kind of okay on YouTube, but do gangbusters on TikTok really says it all. And it's just it's weird, but again, the fact of the matter is we're slow, we're steady, we're long, we're strong, we're down to get the friction on. But is this my comment or is it yours at this point?
I think I said the last one.
Possible name for patrons of the club without using patrons, since that kind of means something else.
Wait, no, you said the last one. It's my turn.
Did I? Okay, you go.
Possible names for patrons of the club without using patrons, since that kind of means something else on YouTube now. Oh, I guess so, yeah. Connoisseurs.
Yeah.
Epicures.
Foodies. Yeah.
Gourmands. Gourmands is my favorite.
I like gourmand.
Gastronomers, foodie, or gluttons. I vote for gourmand.
Hey, we've been using diner for a while. If you're part of the Goldwynn Dinner Club, you're a diner. And that includes everybody. If you come here, you eat. We feed you. You come in. You say, I can't afford the lobster.
Unless your stomach hurts, and then we'll just give you some water and pat you on the back.
Yeah, we're going to take care of you. But you know what I mean? You are all diners here, and you have always been the diner here, Mr. Torrance. Diners, that's the one. But I like gourmand too, just because it's such a fancy word. Like so many of these like words for people who, you know, enjoy eating almost feel kind of euphemistic and like mean. But gourmand is like that person enjoys eating. And that's and it has a kind of regalia, like it's regal. Like that person enjoys eating, and so we should celebrate them. Like hell yeah, you should. Eating's beautiful. Look. Oh, talking my language. Pauline wins the competition hands down. This is old. This dude, homeboy, went all the way back to Mario Brothers 3 playthrough where I had a whole diatribe about Pauline where I brought up the fact that she was a mayor as something to be proud of, and you're like, what? I don't think people want to date politicians. But look, Rosario Dawson and Cory Booker.
I didn't say that. I wasn't.
But we were like, I know, but it was just I made the point in such a weird way. I was like, she's a you know, a mayor, and you're like, why is that a positive in terms of like her being superior and any other. Look, point
I don't
is,
remember it.
I'm
I don't
just
remember
saying. I'm saying Cory Booker landed Rosario Dawson. Rosario, damn, Dawson. Go back. I wasn't done reading that. Mayor of a city, most likely by vote, not inherited. She gets second place in least kidnapped woman in the Mario Universe competition. Daisy still holds the record for first. That's because nobody cares about her. She helped Mario with his mini Mario toy launch a bunch of times. She must be a pretty good businesswoman, and she can sing. Pauline sounds like she has more up her sleeves than Peach. She ain't wearing sleeves. Boy, she got that red dress. Look, Pauline is the best, and I
No,
think
she actually wears a full-bodied, finger-included, like onesie that goes all the way down to her toes, and it's got fingers and toes.
I'm cool with it.
And you can't see the seam around her neck because it's fake.
And you know what? You know why I like that? Because it shows that she's fashion forward. It shows that she's avant-garde. It shows she has taste. Look, bottom line for me is like Pauline and Mario seem like they're from the same kind of world. And it really seems like she cares about him, where Princess Peach is actively like ignoring him lately in a way that makes me say, dude, respect yourself. Princess Peach doesn't owe him anything, but by that same token, he doesn't owe her nothing either. So if they're gonna be friends, that's cool. But Peach, let him go. Let him go. Come on now. It ain't right. Don't make a Millhouse out of him. It's not okay, Lisa. This one's you.
The tone of the Jurassic Park book is so much darker than the tone of the movie. Michael Crichton makes it abundantly clear this is a horror story. People's deaths in this book are much more gruesome than in the movie. Yes, definitely. Like, I always think about Wu, Dr. Wu. That's his name, right? He's the scientist who's in the movie who shows them the eggs and stuff.
Yes.
He came back for the fourth movie. He's supposed to die in the first book. In the first book, he's trying to help them escape the facility while the raptors are attacking it. And he goes outside to open the door for Dr. Sattler as she's running for the entrance. And there's a raptor on the roof, and it just jumps down and pounces on him, and it just rips him apart. Yeah, that book is great. I recommend it. I want to do a whole thing about Jurassic Park and about the book because I love the movie. It's my favorite movie, but I totally think that it's worth taking another crack at it to make it like word for word exactly like the book and make it like a mini series.
That is definitely a thing that people do where it's like they made there's The Shining, and then there's the sort of like they made like a Sci-Fi Channel mini series that was supposed to be book accurate, and it's like, yeah, there's value in that. There's value in like,
yeah, I wouldn't want it to be like, like a straight to DVD quality thing.
Nobody wants that, but that's what you're gonna
because cheap
get.
CG dinosaurs
You're gonna get
is
a
not something
Netflix.
anyone likes.
I'm calling it. You're gonna get a Netflix mini series of Jurassic
I would
Park.
love that. Like I vote Nick Offerman to play Alan Grant. He's my first pick.
Hey, I'm gonna start a park, son. You think you can come into my park? I spare no expense. Look, we are totally going to do a movie, just a weird Goldwynn Dinner Club special where Grif breaks down Jurassic Park, and it'll mostly be me going, and look, the reason I will do that, and I would do that even if we weren't, on a YouTube channel, is because Grif would do it for me. I can't tell you how. We are the only two people on the planet who will listen to each other's insane diatribes and entertain it instead of walking.
I literally have already listened to 2 today.
Yes. And look, it's just about patience. It's about kindness. It's about love.
Well, we mix it up with some humor.
Yeah, we keep it light.
We make it fun.
We keep it a little light. I wanted to say one last thing though about you were talking about Henry Wu, B.D. Wong, an amazing actor. Love that dude. He was he was Hugo Strange on Gotham. He was so good in that. But like,
yeah.
Here's the thing: underutilized B.D. Wong. He's a treasure.
Oh, have you seen Mr. Robot?
No, but I bet he's great in it. If he's in it, he's great.
highly utilized in that show. If you love B.D. Wong, watch that show.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out. Rami Malek's stare like kind of creeps me out. He looks right at the camera and I'm like,
it's supposed to.
I know, but he's like, I'm like, he's gonna get me in my sleep. Look, all I want to say is that there is a video on YouTube of B.D. Wong teaching you how to eat a chicken wing properly, and it is enthralling. Please watch it. That's my recommendation. After this, go look up B.D. Wong eating a chicken wing and just have a nice Friday. Parker, I'll miss you. Grif, bye, I'll miss you too. Parker, I was talking to the audience. Top 10 anime betrayals of 2021. That's, that's our dynamic sometimes. Hot and cold, you know, ships in the night.
I really like Grif's timeline theory that we aren't meant to use the Triforce, and every time we do, it breaks reality a bit. I remember this conversation. So I was saying
I must not have been listening to you.
My theory was that every time someone uses the Triforce, it creates a split between a timeline where the Triforce wasn't used and a timeline where the Triforce was used. And so that's why we only know about the ones where specifically someone traveled through time when using them. But I'm saying, like, even at the end of Wind Waker, there's a timeline where Hyrule is still where Hyrule Castle, it never flooded, and Ganon's still alive.
It's weird that their efficacy and the scope of their power and how and where they exist is very wildly inconsistent. So I kind of like that theory too. Like, it's like they live in the Sacred Realm. No, it's just in the back of Hyrule Castle. He who lays hands on it. And then in Wind Waker, the ghost of the king puts his hand on it, and I'm like, he doesn't have a hand. Ganon's alive because he has the Triforce of Power. The king is dead. How is he putting a hand on it? It's weird. It's wild stuff. I think the Triforce just kind of does whatever it wants. It's creepy. I can't wait for Grif to talk about Jurassic Park book movie differences. And look, 2 votes. And not just in the movie they survive, but in the book they die differences. I mean how a movie Hammond is a kindly old man who wants to show his fabulous creatures. Book Hammond's a miserable bastard who deserves to get eaten. Here's the thing. I will say this.
Procom Signathus to be long version.
I'm just saying. I'm not here to say I disagree with this. I'm just saying I like the character of Hammond in the movie. That he had. We spare no expense. He thinks that money and entertainment and his desire trumps horror. And it isn't about being miserable. It's about being so misguided as to think a fervent desire is more important than caution and care, which is what the theme of the movie is, and his character in the movie fits that more clearly. So I'm just saying, I just wanted to defend it a little bit. It wasn't a bad choice, but I also do want to see this other version where he's just a piece of crap.
Yeah, it's like
you agree with that, right? You know what I'm saying.
I love the movie. It's my favorite movie. Yeah. So I 100% love what I love the changes that they made, but I also at the same time agree I want to see that evil version of Hammond where he's not actually evil. He's just a selfish jerk.
You could see him in another could see him in a version of him in another Michael Crichton property called Westworld on HBO, where the theme park owner there, I'm blanking on his name, but that guy is exactly who you're describing. The Scottish dude.
No, Hammond is even more. Hammond is like literally right before he dies. He's like pissed off and like in his mind blaming his 2 bratty little grandchildren for being the reason Jurassic Park failed.
Man.
He's like it's like if their stupid parents hadn't gotten divorced and dumped their kids on me for the weekend, I'm like my park would have been fine. Like this is not a place for family. And then he trips on a rock and slides down a hill and gets eaten by a bunch of Procom Signathus.
Anyway, Michael Crichton, what a weird dude, writing some good, scary, spooky stuff. We're going to do that in-depth comparison. Do not wait. I want to issue one challenge to anyone here who's here as a Mau Mau fan, and I think that's a fair amount of you. You know, we do our own thing here, but can't help the fact that, you know, I am Mau Mau and Grif is Badger Clubs. He just told you his favorite movie is Jurassic Park. I want to issue you a challenge. Watch every Mau Mau episode written and boarded by Grif and try to find a Jurassic Park reference. I promise you there's at least one, if not multiple, in every single one that he's written and boarded.
Yeah.
I promise you, because I would see it and I'd go, there it is. And it got me every time. And so, like, he really... I think one year I sent you, like, a Dennis Nedry figure for your birthday.
I still have it, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have 2 Dennis Nedry figures. You got me one that actually looks like him. I have the one also that came out in the 90s where they made him like muscular. They made him into an action hero.
Well, it's because they just repainted what they already had and it plopped a Wayne Knight head on it.
No, but he had the raincoat and everything. Like, they just made him muscular because they're like, kids don't want to buy a toy of a non-muscular man.
That's very euphemistic too. A non-muscular man.
Every cartoon, every toy that we had as kids were muscular. He-Man, Ninja Turtles, G.I.
Yeah,
Joe.
it really makes you think.
Even the Transformers were muscular.
and now we definitely have body image issues.
Well, we also are all super muscular, so.
Well, yeah, I know.
Flex.
I'm just lats, traps, biceps.
You guys can't tell, but I'm wiggling my toes.
I flexed so hard I may have had an embolism. Oh no,
I'm at a constant embolism, 24/7, baby.
Embolism bros for life. I believe this is you. I think.
I would unironically love if Nick Offerman were given a voice acting role in the Mario movie. He could be a Koopaling or maybe a Hammer Bro, perhaps even Lakitu. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, he's a
Nick
hammer bro
Offerman-
because he's crafty. He's making wooden goods.
I love when he shows up in other stuff too. It's
I'm using
If anybody's watched Fargo season 2, he in that show plays the town lawyer, and there's just this amazing scene where he goes into the police station to go represent one of his friends, and then as he's leaving, there's like a whole gang of drug dealers and stuff outside, and he just like marches back in and quickly like starts trying to block up the doors with furniture. I'm not doing it justice. It's so funny. You should watch Fargo season 2. It's so good.
I forgot about that character. He's like a weird libertarian. He's like not fancy.
Yeah.
He's like all about it. Just
His character
He's
is-
like
it
he's like a
reminds me-
Facebook quarterback lawyer. Those people.
He
are
kind of
like,
reminds
well,
me
that's
of. He's similar to John Goodman in Big Lebowski.
Yes, that's the character.
Yeah, he's like always bringing up Vietnam and.
It's not
Like,
about
he's just
no.
bitter.
You know what? Like I think about. You know, it's funny. That's another like Mau Mau Badger Clops type relationship. The dude and Walter. It's exactly. I'm not kidding. It's exactly the same with Mau Mau being Walter, of course.
Yeah.
That one, Badger Clops is the lead. In fact, in most things, Badger Clops is the lead. Like even in Sergeant Frog, Keroro is the lead. Girero is the side. But you know, it's a little flipped. But that scene where I just watched The Big Lebowski. If you haven't, please watch it. It's so. It's basically like, what if Grif were a noir detective? That's the premise, and it's like in a normal movie, he'd be chasing down clues, but in reality, he's not even close to solving anything. And like Walter, aka Mau Mau, casually solves it in the first 5 minutes. Like he just calls it. But every scene in that between them is gold. But the final scene where they're, you know, I won't spoil it entirely, but they've been through a rough moment, and they have to come back together as friends. It's so beautiful. It reminds me of me and Grif, reminds me of me and Badger Clops. We're like, you know, Walter's gone off the rails and he's talking about those young men who lost their lives in Vietnam. And he like, you know, ashes get scattered in the wind. They land on the dude's face. And the dude is just pissed. You know, it's Jeff Bridges and he's just like, the hell is wrong with you, man? Vietnam? What the hell does that have to do with anything? And Walter just like hangs his head down low and he's like, sorry, dude. I'm sorry. And he starts crying, and he's just sort of like, his shoulders are slacked, and he comes over and he hugs the dude. And they hug each other and tearfully, and it's just so sweet. God, I love that moment, man. That's such a good moment. That's what like true friendship and brotherhood is all about. Please watch that movie. Keep Mau Mau and Badger Clops in your mind as you watch The Big Lebowski with Walter and the dude. Please don't imagine a doormat as Donnie, though. Too hard.
Oh, that's so accurate, though.
It is very. You're like a child who wanders.
You're
into
out of
a
your
room.
element, Adorabat.
That's exactly right. Okay, idea for future drawing contest. One reads the wiki entry about a character from a video game the other's not familiar with, the drawer. Then that's like rural juror. The drawer then attempts to draw them based on their description, and we see how close they get, or see a fun blind interpretation of them. You can even make the subject specifically from whatever is most algorithm pleasing at the time, like Deltarune. Hey, guess what? It's
Deltarune?
gone. It just went on the plane.
Well, it's first of all, it's pronounced drawer.
I said it.
No,
up.
there you missed an
No, it's drawer. Oh, it is drawer. Drawer. Sorry, I don't have an extra one.
Drawer.
Yeah, it's like
Deltarune
Baba.
good.
It's like Baba Waba.
Mario would be fun because we know the names of most of them.
I would never fail. I would draw them accurately.
I love this kind of stuff, and especially since you guys are both really good artists. Next time has to be either Pokemon or random Mario enemies. Boom.
Bring it on. I think, you know what I think would also be good? NPCs from Zelda. Because we've played all those games, but some of them I know we would say the name and I'd be like, who the hell was that? And it'll be just some random villager. At the Bar series are great. And you know what? I would find it really awesome if you guys just tell us how was your day. Like, nothing personal. Maybe you guys just have an interesting day-to-day story to share with us or each other. Hey, you know what? That would be great. Nothing really huge happened to me today. How about you, Grif?
I made the first episode of Deltarune, and I kept having to start over because I was trying to rush it to get it out as fast as possible, and I just kept accidentally exporting stuff without checking it, and then realizing after it was done that I didn't fix something.
Well, if we're plugging stuff, then I launched the first episode of Not Really Ghostbusters for the month of October over on my YouTube channel. Check it out or don't. Like, it's all good. I made it for fun.
I was plugging our own channel, so I mean,
I'm part of this channel.
Go over to Swordfin. That's my channel, and check out videos that I posted 20 years ago.
20. Whatever you do not leave Goldwynn Dinner Club. It's very, very important. So, God, what a week. Coming up, more Deltarune, and also we're going to be posting some Mario Golf. Is that going to take over the 9 a.m. slot?
Yeah, Mario Golf. We got 2 new episodes of Mario Golf to show off the DLC. And then we're going to start something new. We're not going to tell you what it is yet. It's going to be a surprise.
Yep, but we will be keeping you entertained. We're going to keep rocking with you the long way. We love you, and we're glad that you could join us for another wonderful Friday at the bar.
And everything's going to be okay.